Okay, so Giselle is finally breaking her silence about her divorce from Tom Brady. She's on the cover of Vanity Fair, where she called their divorce, quote unquote, the death of a dream. Giselle shot down the rumor that she gave Tom an ultimatum about choosing between football and their marriage and said they just grew apart and that when you love someone, you set them free to be who they are. Wow, everybody had so many takes on their marriage, but Jeff, do you think that she's being forthright about this?
I think she's coming as clean as she can to the public, right? I like that she put that rumor to rest because that's what everyone has been saying. And she goes, that's not true. Sometimes people just grow apart. And she said it in the nicest way without giving specifics. And I kind of like it. You know, I hope they both find someone else. And it seems like they're happy, but that rumor wasn't true about the football that every single person was stuck on.
Yeah.
What's up, Tori? Tori has a very perplexed look on her face.
I agree with you that I'm only speculating here and I'm only looking at rumors and all of that. But I can't imagine that football wasn't part or a third partner in that marriage. The idea of him retiring, I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm simply saying for her to be like, no, we just fell. The idea of him hitting his head, the idea of all. And maybe I should just listen to her and accept it and move on, and I'm being way too gossipy about it. But in my mind, I guess I just felt football for them it made the marriage crowded. But maybe I have no idea.
I think football gives us a better explanation. It's easier to digest rather than the idea that like their love just went away. There's a spark, Sam, that you saw when you saw Mark for the first time.
It was love at first sight. That's
and
true.
It's
at
beautiful.
Saddle Ranch.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you remember it. You remember when you saw your spouse. I've talked to you individually. And there's sadly a moment where that's not there anymore. And that's what anybody that's in a relationship is terrified of because you cannot get it back with couples therapists, worksheets. This is it's something weird inside of us. And once it's gone, it's gone. And I don't think we want to address that. So we're like, it's the concussions, it's her job, it's him. But I just don't think they were feeling each other like that anymore. And it's just like sometimes that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know if therapy and all of that doesn't necessarily work. I do believe that can work, but when people have like resolved in their minds, that's when it's kind of like over. I don't disagree that football was likely a third party in the marriage, but my work and my husband's work is also a third and fourth party in our marriage, mainly because we can afford to live. And that's important in our marriage. So, but
it's a good one.
Yeah,
a good one.
So
Top of the list.
You know, but I think when we're talking about the head injuries and all of that, these are just regular conversations that wives of NFL players or loved ones of NFL players
just
have.
Yeah.
So I never saw that as a red flag. I do like the way that they decided to consciously uncouple. They have been very respectful of each other, and I think that a lot of people can take a page from that.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah. If anything, let's learn from how they're handling this, especially with having children. Amen. So good on them. Okay, so more couple stuff. Kelly Ripa revealed that her husband, Mark Consuelos, used to be insanely jealous. This surprised me. On Kelly's new podcast, they talked about how Mark's jealousy made their marriage very difficult in the beginning. Mark even got jealous over a waiter flirting with his wife. Have a listen.
I would just be like, please let him lose this personality flaw. It's such a character flaw.
It's not even a personality flaw. It's a flaw of character. I agree with you. It's a character flaw. It's ugly, and as ugly as it feels to the person who has to be on the receiving end of it, it's such an ugly feeling inside because if this is any consolation, you know you're being crazy. The jealous person knows that this is wrong and it's ugly, but they can't help it.
Everyone just made noises.
I don't know.
What do you mean? Well, okay.
Somebody speak.
Somebody say something.
I'm glad that they figured this out and this has worked out for them. But I want to caution people who might be in situations where you have a partner who is jealous and overly taking autonomy over you, your choices.
That's right.
That is a red flag and in the most severe way. A lot of people don't recover from this. And I don't want people out there to be thinking, oh, maybe this will be something that they just grow out of.
Character flaw, right.
Like a lot of times, more often than not, they just become even more controlling and it elevates even more. Yeah. So I'm glad they're having this conversation. I think it's an important one, but it feels a little too like, and now everything's better, when in 99% of the cases, it's not getting better, so get out.
Yeah, I didn't like that word flaw. And really quickly, I'll just say, Erica, you took the words out of my mouth. But don't forget, this character flaw is designed to do one thing, and it's to isolate you. Because if Erica and I are together, and every time you come over to our house, I fly off the handle. Well, let's not go over Al's tonight. They're a little weird. Oh, and now guess what? Your friends start dropping off one by one. And now guess who you're left with? Just me. It is a tactic that people use to isolate the person that they are trying to control. It's not a character flaw. It is a tactic used by abusers to isolate the person that they're with. So let's not mince words with what we're talking about.
Fully agree, but they did fully agree with both of you. Full stop. I do want to add some additional context that they met very young and that he's been in years of therapy. So
Good
perhaps,
for him.
right.
We all have stuff to get over. So no, I did too. So no shade.
And I think they can, I'm hoping what I interpret is they can talk about it openly now because of the fact that he did the work. And let me tell you, it is not easy work because that's usually passed down generationally and it's really tough to break those generational patterns. So for him, yes, I get it, Erica. That's not going to be the end result for most people, and it is a red flag. But I do want to acknowledge the work that he's put in and that he's 100%, hopefully, what it seems, changed.
Context. Very important. Context. Very smart.
Tori, I've been staring at your amazing arms. They look so good.
I've been working out for 25 days straight. I haven't told anyone.
Round of applause.
And I was waiting for one person.
Yes.
Sharon said, are you clapping?
They're good.
Thank you.
You got some.
Thank you so
they
much.
Look great.
What do you mean?
Those are muscles. Unbelievable. Okay, sorry. I
Thank you,
just
Sam.
had to bring it up. Okay, we have a few stories that deal with artificial intelligence. That's AI.
All right. Thanks, Sam.
Which is everywhere. Some men are using programs like ChatGPT to get dates on sites like Tinder. Watch.
I asked OpenAI to write me a love poem about climbing a tree that is a metaphor for a 6-foot girl. OpenAI wrote this magnificent poem that I otherwise wouldn't be able to write with my peanut brain. And now you're wondering, did I secure the bag? She ate that up.
She's not a bag, she's a woman. But anywho, here's the poem. And she was 6 feet. That's apparently, it starts with, I climb this towering tree, reaching for the sky. With every branch I grasp, I feel myself rise higher. And then it ends with, for she is worth the risk, this girl who's 6 feet tall. And I'll climb this tree for her and never again feel small.
Why are you reading that like a count?
I guess I'm trying to see if like there's any kind of, like, you know, when you read poetry, there's a iambic pentameter. There's a rhythm, Al, a pace.
So is the tree the metaphor for the 6-foot tall woman?
Yeah.
So he wrote a poem about climbing her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That works for some people.
Yeah, it helps some people.
Even though he didn't write it. People are also using AI to score a job. Some folks are paying as little as $17 for 100 AI-generated headshots. All you have to do is submit a few photos of yourself to the site, and it will create a bunch of different looks. One woman tried it out and said she was amazed by the number of different images it generated for her. But one person commented that AI might be coming for photography jobs now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the other artists. Hair, makeup, wardrobe, creative design, like a lot of work goes into a photo shoot.
I hate to say this, but this is the future. It is. We will all be talking to robots, getting stuff done by robots, having AI write robots write our stuff. This is the future.
Teachers are already on the lookout for this new AI, and supposedly they can spot and figure out who's using it.
Right. But I don't like this at all. I hate that it's taking away all those jobs, but I want to be very clear. Robots, AI, that is the future. Elon Musk, the visionary, Richard Branson, all of those people. Even Stephen Hawking was like, that is the future.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God, I scared everyone.
I just think people will always give up anything for a little bit of convenience. So people will keep giving over responsibilities to robots until we're completely irrelevant, and we're getting there.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why you're staring at me.
Coming up.
Stared at me.